it's weird to talk to a camera knowing that I'll like post it, because I haven't really talked about that experience to anybody, really. I mean, I've talked to a couple of friends and I've made an Instagram post, and that was it. There's no reason, I'm not obligated to make a video, obviously, but I really want to, because this is important to me. This was one of the best experiences of my life, and it was a week ago, more than a week ago, and I still can't believe it happened. And I really want to, even if I'm not gonna upload this, I just want to, no bullshit, I just want to talk about how it was for me, my experience. So I went to see Heathers on the 29th of October, having seen all of Carrie's vlogs and having fallen in love with the cast, with the whole production. I was so excited, I was so pumped up, and I was kind of nervous because I was afraid that it was not going to live up to all of my expectations. I'm just going to talk about it. When the curtains opened, I heard that September 1st, 1989, and it was Carrie's voice, and I was like, it's actually Carrie. It was just the exact way I had expected it. Now, the whole show was surreal, but the first 2 or 3 songs, I thought my brain was kind of tricking me, because I was seeing all of those amazing people and I was so overwhelmed by it. When Jamie Moscato, who I have a really big crush on, came up on stage. I saw him and I was screaming inside, because I loved it. I loved him, and I loved everyone. I loved the ensemble. They are all so talented, and all of the characters are unique and authentic and interesting to look at. They're all like independent characters, and I just love the ensemble. The Heathers, I've actually made kind of a script, but I'm not going to use it because fuck it. All of the Heathers are amazing. In fact, Jodie Steele, she is so much bitchier than I expected. Right after Big Fun, when she looks at Veronica and says, I know who I'm meeting Monday. Do you? Amazing! She's amazing! And she's so funny, she's so good at being funny, especially when she's dead. Me Inside of Me is such a fun number. Jodie Steele is killing it. I love her. Deshaun Williams, like Never Shut Up Again, is such a bop, and she's amazing. I love her too. And Sophie, she's so adorable. Lifeboat is heartbreaking. Jamie Moscato. There's so much I can say about him. He is a revelation. I adore him. I think he's extremely talented and not fun. I think he's the best JD so far. His JD is much more emotional and raw. He manages to be charming and terrifying, and that's exactly what JD needs. And Jamie is just so he's such a babe. Dead Girl Walking and I Say No absolutely wrecked me. It really fucked me up. I really liked the way they showed JD's relationship with his father, because it resonated with me a lot. At times I was like, and all of his little quirks and twerks, cute, and he's I love Jamie Moscato, okay? Carrie is wonderful. She is an amazing musical theatre actress. I've properly discovered her this September, and I'm in love with the human being. She's a wonderful person, she's a wonderful singer, she's a wonderful actress. I love everything she does. And seeing her be Veronica, this iconic role, I'm really happy for her. And her Veronica may be my favourite Veronica too. It could be because I watched her live, it was a live performance. It wasn't a bootleg. I don't watch bootlegs. It wasn't a bootleg, it wasn't a recording, it was actual live theatre. She reinforced my love for Veronica, my ultimate dream role, and I love her, and I love Carrie, and there's not much I can say because everyone knows she's wonderful, and I love her. An honourable mention is Miss Fleming. I've never really liked it. I mean, it was never a song I would casually listen to, but the way she does it is amazing. She has a gorgeous voice. Shine a Light is hilarious, especially when she calls out a person from the audience. She's great. So yeah, I think that's it for the cast. The curtain call. I have to talk about the curtain call because it was one of the best bits. One of those amazing moments where you feel like the audience is united by their love for the show, and it was such a good moment. I've seen the curtain call in Carrie's vlog so many times, and every time, or I think most of the times, I cried. And again, this was all happening in front of me. I was so grateful. I screamed my lungs out. It was wonderful. And I took a sneaky picture of the curtain call. 4 pictures of the curtain call. I know it's illegal, and I know that a lot of people do that anyway. I didn't want to seem disrespectful. It's just that it was so overwhelming and surreal for me. I just wanted to an actual proof, digital proof, that it was real. It happened, and I was there, and I had the privilege to have seen Heathers UK. After the curtain call, I rushed out to the stage door. It was my first time stage dooring ever, and I was very inexperienced, but I knew the etiquette. I knew how other people usually do it. To hell with it, obviously I'm gonna stage door, it's Heathers UK. I was in the first half of the queue, I think. Yeah, definitely. It was so freaking cold. I was in a coat and a scarf, but I was shaking. And now I was standing there waiting for the actors to come out. I was very nervous and shaky, but it's like one of those things where you're not really like nervous. You're kind of like in the moment. You space out, you tune out everything. You're just there. It's just happening. I think the first member of the cast to come out was Sophie, and I gladly asked her for a signature, and she signed my program, which was lovely. We talked a bit, like they talked to everyone, but still, it was like my bit. The thing I want to do in the future is to make the actors feel comfortable. I wish I could have said more, but I don't think there was something else I could have said. So I think it's pointless worrying. And I was like, Sophie. That was okay. That was Sophie. So then Alex James Hutton and Nathan Amsey came out. Yes, that is right. And I talked to them a little bit. The thing is, because it was my first time, I knew I was allowed to say anything. Where's the line between being a ridiculous fangirl, even though I accept that I'm a ridiculous fangirl of the show, and between being enthusiastic and polite? It's because I really want to make people feel validated, even though they don't need my validation, but I just want to say something special, say something like unique that they would maybe remember, and something that would make them feel really good about themselves. It's just, I was so shocked. I was in such a state of shock that I couldn't really make my brains work. I usually said stuff like, the show's wonderful and you were really, really good, which I meant, but it wasn't like standoutish. And I know that I said everything I wanted, and it was absolutely fine, and it was good, and it was nice, but in the future I want to be better at stage touring. So I was very lucky with the stage door because both Jamie and Carrie came out. I was still getting over the show and Sophie and Alex and Nathan when Carrie and Jamie both came out. I was looking at them and I knew it was happening. I felt that it was happening, but I couldn't like register. I couldn't fully comprehend that this was happening in front of me right now. I'm not watching a vlog. I'm not watching a video on YouTube. I'm actually living it. So they were signing, and I desperately wanted a photo with Jamie and Carrie, or both of them, or whatever. So excited and so a bit scared and scared is not the word. Intimidated. Yes, I was very intimidated. That's just so nice. One girl that was waiting in line with me, she asked Jamie to sign her. I think it was like Heather's play, like Samuel French, and it was like the Heather's the book, and she asked Jamie to sign it, and he did, and he showed it to Karen, and she was like, "Why would you want to have that?" And it was funny, really funny. The other girl that was in a queue with me, she asked Jamie to sign her program. He did, and the girl that was behind her, I think she was standing relatively far away. She said like, "Oh yeah, he killed it." And he looked at her and was like, "Thanks." It was adorable. Like, I'm talking about it right now, and I feel like I'm making it up, but I'm not. It actually happened. I have proof. So when my turn came, he came to me and he was like, "Hi, how are you? How are you doing?" And it all happened in a blur, so I don't really like 100% remember what happened. But what I remember is saying that, "I'm great, the show's amazing," and he was like, "Oh, thank you." And then he went on to sign my program. By the way, look at that. It's Carrie, it's Jamie, it's Sophie, it's Alex, and I think it's Nathan. Yeah, it should be Nathan. Maybe I've mixed. No, I think it's right. It should be right. This is like one of the most valuable thing, if not the most valuable thing I've ever possessed. He went on to sign my program, and I looked at him and I was like, "Could I please maybe have a photo too?" And he was like, "Oh, sorry, we're not allowed." And I was like, "Yeah, sure, fine." And I think I told him that he was amazing. I think that's what happened. He thanked me. He asked me. It was all like standard phrases, but it felt really personal, you know. And he asked me, "Was it your first time seeing the show?" And I was like, "Yes." He was like, "Oh well, then come back soon." I was like, "I'd love to." And then he moved on to someone else. I thanked him and he thanked me. I was standing there like, Team Moscato, I should just talk to Team Moscato. Before I had time to like take it all in, Carrie came up to me. Carrie Hope Fletcher came up to me. She was so nice. She's so lovely. She came up to me. She was standing like her face was this close to mine, and Jamie's was too. And she was like, "How are you?" And I was like, "I'm great, thank you so much. The show is amazing. You're so good." She said, "Oh, like all of the cute stuff." And she signed my program, and I don't remember if I said anything. Again, there's no point in hating myself for not saying something, especially because it's one of the best memories I have. I don't remember if I said something else, but it was super nice. They're both super lovely and cute, and I mean, it was my first time, and it was the best time I could have had. And then she moved on to someone else, and that's when I realised that I could take a photo of them, and I did. So they both went on to sign to talk to someone else. My mother said it was like a bit late, and we had to go. And I stood there for a couple of minutes, and nobody else was coming out, so I decided to just go back to my hotel. I'm so very very, very fucking grateful. And I'm very scared that those memories will fade away someday. But right now they are here. They're mine. For now they're mine. Even though it's all a blur, but I do remember. I'm just really, really inspired. On 24th of November, the West End run of the show ends, which is so sad. I just want to say how much I love all those people and how much I'm grateful for this production. So thank you for watching this, and I'm just gonna